Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 20 Liverpool career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for love and support on the channel, and I want to say a massive Happy New Year to all of you at home. It is the 1st of January by the time you're seeing this video. We're in the year of 2020 and wishing you all the best, all the success in the year that you've got ahead of yourself, whether you're doing exams, whether you're in school, getting a new job, looking for a job, starting a new business. I wish you all the success that you can possibly get. And welcome as well, ladies and gentlemen, back to Season 2. We're back at Liverpool for our final season. And oh boy, am I excited for this one. Now, normally at the start of the episodes, guys, we'd go through the 3 games that are going to be in today's episode. But with it being pre-season, it's a little bit different. If you take a look down here, we are in the Champions Trophy pre-season. Our group right now is Getafe CF, Milan, Monterrey, and of course us, Liverpool. Now, the idea is I'm going to be playing the full pre-season today, which is 5 games. You have the 3 games in pre-season, then hopefully you finish first or second in the group. If you do, you then go through to the semi-finals, and then hopefully bag yourself a place in the final. And normally how I start the pre-season is I try and simulate the first 3 games, and if we manage to get through to the next stages, it means I can then play the semi-finals and I can play the final. Of course, if we were to simulate the game against Milan and lose, and then let's say our next opponent's going to be Getafe, we simulate that one and lose, we'd be forced to play that final game against Monterrey just to hope that we can bag those 3 important points and hopefully land ourselves a place in the top 2 of our group stages, meaning then we'd have to simulate the semi-finals and hopefully play in the final, or we'd risk simulating the semi-final, playing the semi-final, and risk simulating the final. The whole idea is, guys, we have 5 games in today's episode. I can only play 2, which means 3 games have to be simulated. But before we jump into the games today, whether we're playing them or simulating, my favourite part of the video is to look over the comments from the previous episode. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So first comment coming in from Gage Whittaker saying, bring on Season 2. Yes, indeed, Gage. Bring on Season 2. I've been so hooked on this series ever since it started. Well, Gage, thank you so much. It honestly means so much. I'm glad you were hooked in Season 1. Hopefully, I'll be able to hook you as well in Season 2. Moving on to the next comment, a Sweeper Keeper says, I'm back and can finally watch your videos. Sweeper Keeper has been a subscriber for a very long time. He's been away for a very long time. So, Sweeper Keeper, I'm glad to have you back. Andrew Darcy said, thanks for answering the question and great video. Thank you, Andrew. Keep up the good work. By the way, my last name is Darcy, but it's just spelled capital D, then a hyphen, then an A, or I can't remember what the punctuation is there. But regardless, it's just because he's French. Well, bonjour and hello, Andrew Darcy. Got it for next time. And final comment coming in from Savage Child. Well done, Savage Child. He used the hashtag transfer, which we will be talking about in just a moment's time. And he said, bring Minamino and Kai Havertz to Liverpool. Well, that is something we may look to do in today's episode. If not, it will be in the next couple of episodes. But the things that I've quickly jotted down is we need to talk about number 1, transfers, number 2, fan objectives, and number 3, pre-season. We'll go with pre-season first because we kind of just touched up on it. I'm going to simulate, hopefully, the first 3 games in pre-season against AC Milan, Monterrey, and Getafe. I'm going to hope we can at least get 2 wins and maybe a draw, but importantly, find ourselves a place in the semi-finals. Then we can play the semi-finals, play the finals, and hopefully, with our first episode back in Season 1, be lifting our first piece of silverware. That's the plan. Plans don't always go as accordingly, but we'll certainly try. The next is transfers. Now, obviously, I've been telling you guys, and I'll put it on screen, use the hashtag transfers and let me know, A, who you want me to bring in, or you could be using hashtag transfer and telling me who you want me to get rid of. The only player I have listed to sell right now is Karius, because I can't stand him and I don't want him as a Liverpool player. Now, transfers are going to be a little bit different in Season 2. I've decided to kind of sculpture this a little bit differently. And the way we're going to do it is, in Season 1, we took to using some of the kids, right? We used a lot of the kids, actually. We even used the likes of Milner and Lallana, whereas in previous Liverpool career modes, I've brought in big names, and I've not really used some of the players. Like, we've used Hoover a lot at right back. We also have Larouci, who's going to be starting against AC Milan at left back, and I quite like the idea of bringing some of the youngsters, the academy players, through to the starting senior squad. I like the idea of that. Now, by using hashtag transfers, you guys could say, Brad, go and get Mbappe, go and get Lewandowski, and that just pushes the likes of Bobby Firmino out the way. It pushes Divock Origi down there, pushes Ryan Brewster down the list. And the more players we sign in that position, well, the further the players we've already got get pushed down the list. You guys obviously get the gist of that. So what I've actually done is there's a straw poll down below asking you guys, because it's our last season at Liverpool, it's a dead simple straw poll. It's asking you, should we keep it realistic and stick with what we've got? Or should we go all out and spend £215 million? Now, the reason I'm asking this, guys, is because we've had a lot of players come back from loan, and I'm looking forward to using some of them. For example, you've got Ben Woodburn, looking forward to using him. Harry Wilson, that's been out of Bournemouth, looking forward to using him. We also have, who's the other midfielder? Curtis Jones. There's players that have come back now that I'm thinking, hello, in the FA Cup, in the Carabao Cup, these could suit that. So, for me personally, I would like to keep it realistic and use the squad that we've currently got now. We've got a big enough squad. We've done well in Season 1. We won the Champions League. Unfortunately, missed out by only 6 points on the Premier League, but we fought well. And I think now we've had some of our loanee players come back, our squad has just got even bigger. So personally, do I think we need to sign anyone? Yes, one player. And that one player is Minamino. And if I go and check the transfer hub, he should be the only player on there. Last episode there was James Maddison, there was Ruben Neves from Wolves. I've removed all them, and the only one on the list right now and getting scouted is Takumi Minamino, and that's because Liverpool just recently signed him just a couple of weeks ago, and he's a realistic signing, so we would look to bring him to the club. He plays central attacking midfield, striker and left mid. We, of course, would play him at striker, so it would probably be Bobby Firmino, and then rotating when he's not fit would be Divock Origi and, of course, Minamino. But we could also play him in the likes of pre-season if we brought him in early enough, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup. You guys get the gist of it. But that's where I'm at with transfers. So there will be a straw poll down below asking you guys to keep it realistic and work with what we've got and make this Liverpool career mode really realistic and maybe a little bit more difficult for me because we're not signing huge players. Or do we go and blitz all the money, make it unrealistic, and spend all of our dosh? You guys can be voting down below in the comment section. And whichever you vote on, if you do vote that you want to spend the money, make sure you use hashtag transfers and you recommend some players to bring into Liverpool. The last and final thing, guys, before we jump in to the games in today's episode, is fan objectives. Again, use the hashtag fan objectives. I asked you guys in the last episode as we were ending season 1 to give me some ideas for fan objectives. I need them. Let me just check what episode this is. So this is episode, the last one was 22, so this is episode 23. I at least need 6 fan objectives and 6 forfeits or giveaways by episode 25. So you guys have got this episode and 2 more. If I don't get enough fan objectives, I won't be doing it for season 2. If I get enough fan objectives, then I'll do it. But I want you guys at home involved in this as much as I possibly can, and getting you involved in the fan objectives, knowing that you guys can see your fan objective that you came up with at home on the screen. That's what means a lot to me. Bringing you guys at home into this career mode as much as I possibly can is a massive thing for me because I appreciate the support, and by just making you guys feel that you are here in the studio with me. As I look at the studio, I realise the green screen is slightly moving. But to make you guys feel like you're in the seat with me is so important. That's why I call you my assistant managers and always get you involved in straw polls, in transfers and fan objectives. It's important to me. So if you have any fan objectives and forfeits or giveaways for that fan objective, make sure to drop it down below and use the hashtag fan objective. But that is enough talking for the start of today's episode. Now we need to get into the nitty gritty gameplay, whether it's simulated, whether it's played. We have to get on with today's episode. Now, we are going to be simulating the first game against AC Milan, and unfortunately, with it being the start of the season, a lot of players are still out with their country. They're still playing out for their country. You can see there's a few players that are still here, like Salah, like Mane, like Keita, Lovren, Matip. That could be the fact that, well, first of all, some of them aren't involved in the competition. Others of them may not have been taken when their country squad was picked. But that is the lineup we are going to be putting out. So we're going with Mane out on the left wing, Ryan Brewster as striker, Salah out on the right wing. Now, Keita linking up with Lallana in the central midfield. A little deeper, we've got Marko Grujic in the central defensive midfield, and then Larouci, Lovren, and Matip and Hoover at the back, with Adrian between the sticks. I'm hoping as we get into the simulated game against Milan, we get a win, because then if we can win our next game, we're in a prime position to be playing in the semi-finals, and then hopefully if we win that, we can buy ourselves a place in the final and potentially be lifting the cup. Let's go ahead and advance. You can see on the bench we have Vandenberg, Wilson, that's Harry Wilson coming back from Bournemouth, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Ajaria, Chiravella, Kent and Neres. Let's get the players warmed up. Come on, let's start off 2020 in Season 2 with a bang. 2-0. 2 goddamn nil. I will take that. Fabio Borini, the ex-Liverpool man who now plays for AC Milan, picked up an injury in the 17th minute and had to go off straight away. Mo Salah scores either right on half-time or right after half-time. I'm not really sure, but we go 1-0 up there. And then David Neres, who came on in the 52nd minute, then scores in the 74th minute, meaning that we do go on to beat AC Milan 2-0. I am very happy with that. And as I glimpse down to the latest scores, Monterrey took on Getafe CF. Monterrey were a home team and actually lost after they scored in the 4th minute. So congratulations to Getafe. If we play them next and manage to beat them, then we've bagged ourselves a place in the semi-finals and I can look forward to playing some games in today's episode. Of course, if we simulated the next one and lost, and then played the next one and lost and we were knocked out, well, that's today's episode over and done with. So let's hope, keep our fingers crossed and pray that we can go as far as we possibly can in the pre-season tournament. Now, unfortunately, the starting 11 we put out against AC Milan, there was a few players that sadly aren't fully fit to play Monterrey. So we've had to change up a couple of positions, which I'll show you in just a moment's time. But for now, if we jump over to the inbox, we have had 2 emails in, 2 transfer emails for Loris Karius. One coming in from Real Betis of 10.5 million and the other of 9.5 million from VfL Wolfsburg. So we will accept the offer from Real Betis. We will also accept the offer from Wolfsburg because, quite frankly, he's valued at 11 million. I'm not bothered about holding out to get 14, 15, 16, 20 million pounds. Teams have come in. They've made an offer. I'm happy to accept that offer. It's not like we need the money. We have got tons of money, over 200 million sat in the bank right now to spend. Me personally, we're probably just not going to spend it, but we are going to simulate this game against Monterrey. They lost to Getafe and so did Milan, so they're currently both bottom on 0 points. Us and Getafe are on 3 points. If we simulate this game and get the win, we should, fingers crossed, be through to the semi-finals of the Champions Trophy. As you can see from the lineup, few changes, few little squad rotated players. Mainly, the probably biggest thing in this team here is Salah's had to come from the right wing to the striker position. Unfortunately, Brewster wasn't fully fit, and there's no other striker available to play. Divock Origi and Bobby Firmino both away with their country. So we're just going to have to make do with exactly what we can. But we are going with Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Salah at striker, Harry Wilson now out at the right wing position, Naby Keita and the Ox through the midfield. A little deeper, we've got Chiravella in the central defensive midfield, and then Philip Max, Vandenberg, Matip and Klein at the back with Adrian between the sticks. I'd love to get the win against Monterrey here. We can start to relax and get excited for the semi-finals and also the final if we do manage to win our semi-final game. Let's get these players warmed up. Come on, lads. Do it for 2020. It's a new year. 3-0. Absolutely spectacular. A lot, and I mean a lot, of yellow cards there. Matip picks a yellow card up in the 16th minute. Salah scores in the 24th minute. 2 minutes later, Vandenberg picks up a yellow card. Neres come on from Wilson. The Ox then scored in the 54th minute. So at half-time, we were only winning 1-0. Just after the second half, the Ox did score, taking us to 2-0. Lovren on for Matip. Ryan Kent on for Mane. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain then picks up a yellow card in the 78th, and Salah puts the last nail in the coffin by scoring in the 83rd minute, scoring himself a brace and helping us on to victory by beating Monterrey 3-0. Very happy with that, but Ox, Vandenberg and Matip, you've got to be more careful. 3 yellow cards is not good enough, and as a glimpse down again towards the latest scores, Getafe CF, the Spanish team, beat AC Milan 3-2. Wow, I didn't expect that. I thought Milan were going to bounce back. Milan are a fabulous team. They've just signed Zlatan Ibrahimovic in real life. He's gone back to Milan, but they lose 3-2 to Getafe. So that does mean now that we're going to play Getafe, and we're either going to finish top of the group on 9 and Getafe will finish second on 6, or we'll finish on 6 and Getafe will finish on 9. We'll have to see what happens in that game, but we are in a position to simulate now because Milan and Monterrey are going to be bottom with 0 points with 1 game to go. The most they can get is 3 points. We're already on 6. Mission complete, ladies and gentlemen. We have bagged ourselves a place in the semi-finals of the Champions Trophy. So as I was just explaining, Milan and Monterrey it's impossible for them to now catch us and Getafe, meaning both us and Getafe have got a place in the semi-finals. The only good thing that can come out of this game now is if we win, we finish top of our group. If we draw, it's going to go to goal difference, which realistically I think we're going to win on. Or we lose, but we're still going to go through to the next stages of the Champions Trophy. Now, we've had to make a few changes really that I've wanted to, and that's Larouci coming back in at left back and Hoover coming back in at right back. I think for me, pre-season, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, it's going to be important for me this year to really use the youngsters, really train them up. I'm using them through the Player Youth Academy. I'm using training to try and grow them as much as I can. But importantly, I want to be getting them involved in games, and that's exactly what I'm doing as much as I can in this season 2 at Liverpool. But we are going with Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Salah at striker, Wilson out on the right wing. Now, it'll be key to linking up with the Ox in the central midfield. A little deeper, Pedro Chiravella in the central defensive midfield, then Larouci, Lovren, Matip and Hoover at the back with Adrian between the sticks. We're 2-2. Can we make it 3 out of 3 as we get the lads warmed up? Come on, Liverpool. This could be the best start to Season 2 and 2020, and we go and lose. Oh, Salah missed a penalty as well, which makes it even worse. So for Getafe, Jimenez and Harper scored, meaning they are now going to finish top of the group on 9 points. We're going to finish second on 6 points. But that's not too bad. We're still going to be in the semi-finals. We'll have to see what the other teams are in the semi-finals. But then, unfortunately, Salah missed a penalty in the 29th after they were already 1-0 up. They then went 2-0 up with Jimenez scoring in the 73rd. And then later on, Marko Grujic, only a minute after coming on for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, did manage to find the back of the net. But sadly, we didn't do anything after that. And we do go on to lose 2-1 to Getafe CF. It's a shame, but we fought hard. 2 out of 3 games, we won. We'll take that. Now we get to focus and play the semi-finals and then hopefully the final of the Champions Trophy. Well, it looks like TSG Hoffenheim are going to be our semi-finalists in the Champions Trophy. Bobby Firmino's ex-team. And funnily enough, if you guys have watched the last Dortmund episode, which went out on Monday, we actually faced off against Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga and I lost 4-3. James Milner scored 2 incredible outside-of-the-box goals. If you haven't seen it, definitely go and give it a check. But he scored some fabulous goals and currently top goal scorer of this competition, the Champions Trophy, is Willian Jose. And he also plays for TSG Hoffenheim. If you look down in 4th and 5th, Belfodil and Eckstein is also players from Hoffenheim. So Hoffenheim are having an absolute stormer in this Champions Trophy. But let's take a look who the other semi-finalists are. We knew it was going to be Getafe CF after they won our league, but it's Buenos Aires. I think we might be about to see Getafe CF in the final of the Champions Trophy, but that's only if we manage to beat Hoffenheim. The good thing about this game against Hoffenheim is the usual starting 11 is back, which we'll look at in just a moment's time, because before we get into the game against Hoffenheim, we've had some good news. Firstly, we've sold Loris Karius to VfL Wolfsburg for 9.5 million. The board have allocated us 7.5. 7.5 million to us is absolutely nothing. But it's this email here which is the important one. We have our final report on Takumi Minamino. I think we should go and buy him before the game against Hoffenheim. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We might have to offer between 7.2 and 9.9. Now, we got him in real life for 7.25. I'm going to just throw 8.5 million at him. See if RB Salzburg bite on it. I think they should. Overall 77. And he's going to be a great addition to this Liverpool team. So let's approach to buy. And hopefully, Minamino could potentially be playing in the final against Getafe or Enes Breweries in the Champions Trophy. Here we are. RB Salzburg's manager has came in. Looking very sharp. White shirt, red tie, black suit. Right, we're just going to straight on offer transfer fee. No messing around. We got plenty of money. 8.5 million. They should accept that. Boom. What are you saying? There you go. They think it's a fair offer. In fact, that's only Salzburg's rep. It's not even their manager. It's their transfer rep. But regardless, there's stage 1 done. Now we have to sit down with Takumi Minamino and negotiate a contract. But I have no doubt he'll be wanting to come to Liverpool, just like he did in real life. He was so excited. He's so happy to be able to come to a club like Liverpool, the champions of Europe, the champions of the world. What more do you want? And here he is, the man himself. So, yep, sporadic is fine with us. We're happy with that. 2-year contract. Can we get you on? I mean, it doesn't really matter. We'll offer 3. We're leaving after another year anyway. But we get him for another 3 years. We want to disregard the release clause. Are they happy with that? Okay, so his current wage is 32. Well, let's just offer him 50k a week. We got the money to do it. And let's offer him 500 grand signing on. What are we saying? What are we saying, Minamino? Are you accepting that? You're going to nod your head. You're going to smile. Come on. Come on. Wow, it's still not enough. You actually want more. Okay, you want 68 a week and a sign-on bonus of 590. You've got yourself a deal, Minamino, and your agent. There we go. The smile on Minamino's face. I think I've seen something go around on Twitter where it was like Genie, for obviously Genie Wijnaldum, Genie, Meanie, so for Minamino, Mane, Mo. Genie, Meanie, Mane, Mo, which is obviously a song, but it's also for Liverpool players. So we have just signed up Minamino, and we're going to straight away put him straight onto the bench. We'll drop Neres. Now, obviously, you guys have probably just spotted there, and I did mention it a few minutes ago. There we go. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. Let's put him on the bench for this game against Hoffenheim. All of our players are now back from playing for their country. So what I've decided to do is we're going to play the strongest team we possibly can against Hoffenheim because I want to guarantee us, although saying that, playing the strongest team doesn't guarantee us, but it gives us a better shot at potentially getting through to the final. And then when we get to the final, we're going to play with the team that we've played against AC Milan, Getafe, Monterrey. We're going to play the youngsters, the likes of Larucci at left back. We're also going to play Hoover at right back. We're going to play Pedro Chiravella. We're going to play Keita. We're going to play the team that got us into the final, because although this starting 11 right now is going to get us into the final, it only started in the semi-final. I think it's much better, regardless if we win, lose, or draw. Although you can't draw the final, actually, it'll go to penalties. But win or lose, I think the lads that got us here to this point right now deserve a shot at the final. So that is exactly what I'm going to plan to do. But we are going with Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Bobby Firmino at striker, Salah out on the right wing, Gino Wijnaldum linking up with the captain Jordan Henderson in the central midfield role. A little deeper, we got Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, and then Robertson at Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent at the back, with Alisson between the sticks. I'm playing this team because they've just come back from playing with their country. They've had a couple of weeks off on holiday. We need to get them back, get them playing, get them nice and fit for the season that lies ahead, which of course is season 2. A place in the final would be perfect. We didn't do, from what I remember from season 1, we didn't do too well. I think we lost in the semi-finals of the pre-season last year because we had to simulate it, because we didn't start off the simulated games too well. This time round, it's a whole different game. We've got a chance of going all the way here. And to be honest, this season, the important thing to me, I'd love to win pre-season just to get off to a great start to the season. I want to win either A, the Carabao Cup, or B, the FA Cup. I want to win one of them. And then we won the Champions League in season 1. I'd like to focus on the Premier League, but it is going to be Hoffenheim to get us kicked off in this first half period. Let's get it underway. And come on, Liverpool, we've got this. In now to Mo Salah, in behind there now for Bobby Firmino. Bobby Firmino could be in behind here. Bobby Firmino still coming, may have Mo Salah towards the edge, playing into Mo Salah. Mo Salah! Great save. It's offside anyway. I thought Bobby got caught there, to be honest. He's definitely caught there by the man. And I've played it. Oh, it's close. It's just one step too much from Mo Salah. Henderson a little layoff now to Bobby Firmino. He's going to hit it on his left. Oh, it's just wide of goal. Don't think the keeper seeing that one coming. He didn't even move for it. Just didn't get enough curl on it. But it wasn't too far away at all. The keeper, Baumann, didn't seem to have a clue where that was going. Let's deal with this corner and get it out, lads, okay? Get the ball out. Ball going in. Let's play that out now to Robertson. Robertson on the wrong side here, but I'm going to run with him. Here goes Robbo. Go in now to Mo Salah. Mo Salah going to hold the run, play there to Robertson. I have no idea why Robertson is this far up the pitch, but I'm going to try and go all the way. Robertson, great strike. Bobby Firmino's there to finish up. Oh, beautiful counter-attack from the Red Men. From a corner down our end, up to their end. Robertson gets a shot off. And Bobby Firmino, as usual, right place, right time, just to finish that one. Robertson with a great strike. Bauman palms it out, and Bobby Firmino's there to tuck it home. Andy Robertson. That was all about Andy Robertson, that cracking run. And we find ourselves 1-0 up after 34 minutes. It's about time. Nicely done. Keep going, Van Dijk. You've got this, son. Chase him down. Well done, son. Put the pressure on. Ball on the inside now. Robertson there. Ball in towards the back for Henderson. Fabinho going to get there and hit it out now. Looking for Bobby Firmino. And the referee's going to say enough's enough. The half-time is over. Only 1-0 at half-time. But feeling comfortable and confident at the same time, I think. Oh, look at that. Half-time, Getafe 2-0 up against Buenos Aires. I did say we would probably see Getafe, and it's where we can seek a little bit of revenge. Because in our 3 simulated games, Getafe were the only team that we lost to. I am going to make the 1 sub right now, and that is going to be Mo Salah. Ooh, who do I go for here? I thought I had Harry Wilson on the bench. I don't. I'll go Mo Salah for Ryan Kent. I think we need to keep Mo Salah nice and fit. I don't want to risk picking up any crucial injuries in pre-season that are going to affect our start into the Premier League, Champions League and the other competitions. So rotation is key for me in this season too, just like it was in season 1, as we do get us kicked off in the second half period. Fabinho coming. Oh, Fabinho misses the pass lane there. Ball through now. It's a great save from Alisson. First decent chance for Hoffenheim, but they're starting to string passes together and starting to cause us problems. Let's get us out to Ryan Kent and see if we can get going from this. Van Dijk going to get there and clear it out. Onto the edge of the box, takes a deflection off Trent. And it's out for another corner. Fabinho still chasing him down. Good lad. On the inside now. And then go through there to Gini. Here we go. This should be it now. Running forwards. Go over to Bruno Fernandes. No, we're going to lose it with Minamino. Back now to Gini. Gini through on goal. Gini Wijnaldum. Yes! In the 86th minute. I think it's game over. We've guaranteed us a place in the Champions Trophy pre-season final. Minamino played a big part there. He done very well to win that ball, to play it to Bruno Fernandes, who then got it through to Gini, who goes on to bury it. Oh, I am excited to see what we can do with this team in season 2. In now to Gini, who's going to flick it up. Gini looks to take it on the volley. It's cleared away. And we've got ourselves a place in the final. You can see Minamino there celebrating with his fists. Didn't quite get to come on in a Liverpool shirt that's normally red. But it was his first time on the pitch for Liverpool as a sub. And he played a big part there in Gini's goal, should I say, because if he doesn't get that ball and toe poke it to Bruno Fernandes, we haven't got that attack going. By him doing that, we managed to get the attack going. Let me just fix the green screen. There we go. Gini Wijnaldum picks up a 9.0. He was my player of the season in season 1. And he's already, in his first game for us, getting man of the match and scoring himself a goal. Is he going to be my player of the season in season 2? We managed 7 shots, 5 on target compared to Hoffenheim's 3 shots, 1 on target. Gini picks up man of the match with a 9.0. Now, we won't do a post-match interview because there is no post-match interview. We'll just advance and see whether we're taking on either Buenos Aires or we're taking on who I believe will be the winners, Getafe CF. And here we are at the final of the Champions Trophy, where we take on the only team that has beaten us so far in this pre-season journey, and that is the Spanish team, Getafe CF. I look forward to getting a little bit of revenge on them, but I've also stuck to my word, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, for the last game against Hoffenheim, our usual strong starting 11 was back. We played them. They've done a great job, and I wanted to make sure that we played them for the simple reason of we're about to kick off the Premier League soon and other competitions, and we've got to make sure that they're back to full fitness. They've just come back from playing for their country. They've been having a little bit of a holiday. We've got to make sure the fitness is there and we keep on top of the game. But as you can see, this time round, there's a few players that didn't help us in our group stages, and there's a few players that did. The likes of Larouci, Matip, Hoover, Keita, Grujic, Harry Wilson, Brewster, even Mane, because he wasn't away with his country and wasn't on holiday. They are in this starting 11. It might be a risk playing Larouci and Hoover at left back and right back against Getafe CF, considering it's the final of the pre-season. But at the end of the day, they're 2 players that were in the starting 11 and helped us get to this position. Yes, the lads against Hoffenheim, the usual strong starting 11, done a wonderful job. But realistically, it's these youngsters and some of these players that have come back from loan, some of the players who don't necessarily get into the team, that have really proven a point to me as to why they should start against Getafe CF in the final of the Champions Trophy, and that's exactly why they've managed to get themselves a spot in the starting 11. We're going with Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Ryan Brewster at striker, Harry Wilson out on the right wing, Naby Keita linking up with Jordan Henderson, the captain, in the central midfield. A little deeper, we got Marko Grujic in the central defensive midfield, and Larouci, Matip, Gomez and Hoover at the back, with Alisson between the sticks. Something that I'm potentially going to toy around with in Season 2, ladies and gentlemen, is in Season 1 we were partnering Van Dijk and Matip, which is what Klopp done at the start of the season in real life. Now he seems to be doing Van Dijk and Gomez. That's because Matip is injured, but I'm not sure whether I want to in Season 2 have Van Dijk and Gomez as my main two centre-backs and then rotate them with Matip and Van den Berg, also with Lovren. I'm not too sure which partnership I'm going to go with at the back, but Gomez and Van Dijk could be the new duo in that centre-back position for us. Getafe CF, we come in peace, but we come seeking revenge. You beat us in the group stage, the only team to beat us so far, and now we look to get a little bit of revenge and look to beat them in the final. That would be perfect for the start of our Champions Trophy. I was going to say Champions League. Our Champions Trophy journey. To be beaten by one team and then meet them in the final and beat them to lift the trophy, that would be spectacular. As we get this first half kicked off with Ryan Brewster, let's get it underway. Ryan Brewster on the inside now to Naby Keita. Going to go back to Ryan Brewster. Ryan Brewster looking to dance and try to. Henderson going to take that ball off him. And straight away after just 3 minutes, the captain drills wide. Through there now to Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson got the overlap now of Hoover. Hoover coming forward. Let's whip a nice ball in. Hoover with a cracking ball in. Oh, don't know why the keeper didn't catch that one, but we're going to try and win it now with Marko Grujic. Here's Mane through to Harry Wilson. Looks to bend one. Oh, Harry Wilson for his debut goal for Liverpool. What a stunner. What a stunner. We haven't played with Harry Wilson. This is his debut as me controlling him. And what a strike on his left foot. What a banger. And what a way to open his Liverpool career. And his first goal for Liverpool. Here's Harper. Well done, Matip. Well done, son. Oh no, we've lost it again now. Matip going to have to chase him down. Got to be careful. Ball coming in. We've missed it. It's 1-1. Alejandro scores. Larouci so far out of position for me. I had to pull Matip out the way. And that's always a problem. Marko Grujic misses the chest to try and do something with the ball. And unfortunately, we suffered a goal in the 17th minute. It's 1-1. But I'm still feeling confident with this Liverpool team. Wilson coming on the inside now. Going to go on the outside. Here comes Harry Wilson. Beautiful. Mane towards the back post. Little Dinky looking for Mane. Yes! Harry Wilson on a goal and an assist. Absolutely stunning. Harry Wilson may be the diamond in dirt for us. The secret hidden gem. Because that was a beautiful time ball in for Mane to run onto and just caress. Leaps in the air like a salmon out of water. Caresses the ball with his forehead. And puts it into the back of the net. We've taken the lead again, ladies and gentlemen. Out to Larouci. Larouci looks at pushing the ball on. Going to pull this back. On the inside now to Naby Keita. Naby Keita over to Henderson. Up now to Ryan Brewster. That's a great run from Ryan Brewster. Ryan Brewster just doesn't have that final something about him to just get a goal. Well done, Matty. It's Henderson. Henderson out wide now to Naby Keita. Naby Keita makes his way onto the inside. Looks to bend one. Just wide of goal. Nearly taking us 3-1 there. Unlucky Naby. That was a beautiful whip ball. Bent it round number 6 and nearly into the bottom right corner. Can we get something from this? Let's look for Marko Grujic. Ball in. Marko Grujic in a great position. Going to get there headed straight into the hands of the keeper. It's a comfortable save and the referee does now blow for half time. It's been end-to-end stuff here right now. We went 1-0 up. They managed to come back at 1-1. We've took it to 2-1 stat-wise and on paper. 6 shots, 4 on target compared to their 2 shots, 2 on target. They are very consistent, but we are the stronger team right now. The issue I've got is I don't feel 2-1 is enough right now. And I don't feel like Ryan Brewster is going to do it for us. So I'm actually now going to bench him. I was thinking Minamino, but he's already had his first shot in the preseason. I'm going to give Divock Origi a run out now. I just don't think Ryan Brewster he's got the pace, he's got the vision, he's got the passing. He just doesn't have the shot. He just doesn't have the power. And I think that's something that Divock is going to bring into this team now. He's going to put a rocket at the Getafe keeper, and probably it'll end up in the back of the net as Getafe do look to kick us off in this second half. I look to win this one with Harry Wilson. It's flicked on towards Henderson, who's going to try and jump for it. Hoover's on it. Here's Wilson now wanting to go. Keep going here. Nicely done. Here's Divock. Out to Harry Wilson. Whip ball into the middle now for Naby Keita on the volley. Oh! Harry Wilson with a goal and 2 assists. Goddamn Harry Wilson. I've seen the goals and free kicks that he's been scoring for Bournemouth. I hope Klopp gives him a chance, because I've given him a chance. And apart from this flag being in our face, it was a stunning goal. Took it first time on the volley as it bounced. The ball was coming up, and he just tucks that away in the bottom left corner on the volley. Great goal from Naby Keita. And Harry Wilson is on for man of the match for me here. Gomez now coming deep for it. Gomez is going to be taken out of the game here now. Here comes Hoover. Well done from Hoover. Harry Wilson going to slide in. Gomez is there. It's a great strike from Amath. And it's 3-2. It's still game on. Very, very bad mistake from our defenders there. Hoover should have done a lot better than just letting it deflect off his foot and back into the path of the Getafe striker. We don't. And it's 3-2. We're going to have to keep pushing here, ladies and gentlemen, if we want to secure the win. Nice little ball there now to Mane. Going back through to Bruno Fernandes. It's not going to happen, referee. You've got to blow your whistle, surely. It's been 3 minutes. Yes, we've done it. Get in there. What a start to season 2, and what a start to 2020. Champione, champione, ole, ole, ole. Ale, ale, ale. Come on. Getafe CF, walk on, walk on. Oh, hey! Get in there. As a cracking start to season 2, our first piece of silverware in the pre-season Champions Trophy. I'm hoping Henderson is going to lift a lot more, yes, than just that one trophy this season. We managed only the Champions League last season. We've already started off with winning the pre-season trophy. The FA Cup's up for grabs. The Carabao Cup's up for grabs. The Champions League. The Premier League. The Super Cup. We won the Champions League, meaning we're going to have a shot at the Super Cup. Woo! That was a good game and well deserved. Harry goddamn Wilson picks up man of the match with a 9.5 rating. 1 goal, 2 assists. We had 9 shots, 6 on target. They had 6 shots, 4 on target. Now we can get back to the Central. Well, I thought today's episode was just going to get better, better, and better. The fact that we've just won the pre-season. We've signed Minamino. I thought things could only keep going up. And unfortunately, they were until we received this email. Hi, boss. An injury occurred in training. Unfortunately, Sadio Mane suffered a torn calf muscle. The initial assessment for our medical department is that he will be out for about 6 weeks. Well. The issue with that, if that had happened 2 or 3 weeks ago after pre-season that have been advancing in time, I've come all the way to the 1st of August now. We kick off in just a week and a half time, the Premier League. So if we go over to the calendar and take a little look, in just a week's time, we play Leeds for our first game of the season, which is going to be the first game in the next episode. We take on Manchester United in the UEFA Super Cup. And then we play Burnley at home. Now, for me, we're playing the Leeds game because it's away from home. We're playing the United game because it's the UEFA Super Cup and another chance of lifting another trophy and putting that in the trophy cabinet back at Anfield. And then we simulate the home game against Burnley. But we've just lost Sadio Mane for 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week, 5 week, 6 week. He won't be back till around the 12th of September. And we have some massive games before then. Now, luckily enough for us, we haven't got any massive games in the Premier League. Leeds, Burnley, Watford, Newcastle, Fulham, not too bad. The biggest game of us, of course, against Manchester United in the UEFA Super Cup. And I'm glad that he's probably out for those games rather than maybe the next month when we play Arsenal, Leicester, then we go into Spurs, City, Manchester United, West Ham. Then things start to get really difficult. But it's still not great that we've had such a good episode and now we're ending on the fact that Sadio Mane is out for 6 weeks. We didn't really suffer any massive injuries in Season 1 other than I think Fabinho out for 4 weeks. Bruno Fernandes came in and then was out for 6 weeks with an injury, unfortunately. But we didn't suffer real serious injuries. Mane's out for 6 weeks. That's probably the longest period we've had someone out for. I suppose I should be grateful for only having 6 weeks. I know that you see sometimes players are out for 4 or 5 months. Oh, Jesus gone to Atletico Madrid. Depay coming back to Manchester United for 76.6 million. Manchester United have a thing of doing that, don't they? They sold Pogba and bought him back years later. They sold Depay, and in real life, they're also now interested in Memphis Depay, and they've obviously bought him in this career mode. So Manchester United seem to sell players that are going to be unbelievable later on down the line, and then, unfortunately, have to shift out and spend a load of money to get them back. But apart from the injury, what a start to the year, and what an absolutely incredible episode that was. The fact that we simulated the first 3 games, it was win, then unfortunately we lost, and the one team we lost to, we then beat in the final to go on and be crowned champions of our pre-season Champions Trophy. I can't really complain. You see there that we have loaned out there Herbie Kane. There is a few youngsters that I'm putting out on loan that personally I just don't think even in the FA Cup and Carabao Cup are going to get into this team. There's a lot of players that have come back from loan, like Harry Wilson, who, as you can see there, Wilson scored his first goal this season. Spectacular goal. He also got 2 assists and man of the match. Absolutely unbelievable. He's obviously come back and realised that he's got a point to prove of us. He's going to be behind Mo Salah. He's currently behind Xherdan Shaqiri. He's got to prove that he's the man for the job. He needs to get ahead of Shaqiri. He may even get ahead of Mo Salah if he continues to play like that, because it was absolutely spectacular. And he did play a lot better than Mo Salah has in today's episode. But we've got a lot to do over the next couple of episodes, guys. I've told you, hashtag transfers. Let me know any transfers in and out. Hashtag fan objectives. Let me know some fan objectives. If you don't let me know at least 6 by episode 25, I won't be doing fan objectives for season 2 at Liverpool, because I don't want to sit here and make them all up. I want you guys to get involved. And if you're not getting involved, it's obviously something that you're not all really too fussed about. Transfers. There's a straw poll down below. I'm asking you guys, should we splash the cash and make it unrealistic and go and sign whoever we want? Or, after you've just seen in pre-season, which might give you a better idea now at the end of the episode, should we stick with the kids and some of the rotated players? Keep like your Harry Wilson, your Larouci, your Ben Woodburn. Keep them, instead of loaning them out like we did in Season 1, and continue to help them grow and perform like they have in today's episode. Because for me, some of those youngsters were absolutely spectacular, especially Harry Wilson. We had Marko Grujic in the midfield, who was great. Larouci was great. Hoover was on and off a little bit, but he still played spectacular, running down the wing, putting the ball in, linking up with Harry Wilson. I was really, really impressed. But obviously it's down to you guys to vote on that straw poll. And if you do want me to splash the cash, use the hashtag transfers and let me know who you'd like to bring in. In my opinion, I'd probably like to keep it realistic. Because it's also the 1st of January, guys, I'm hoping that you're all still here at this point. But this is the important part for me. Last year I set myself a couple of yearly goals, so to complete within the year, and I also used to set monthly goals. Now, one of the yearly goals is to hit 10 likes on every video. Can you help me do that? If you guys are watching this right now and you see it's on 8 likes and you haven't liked it, give it a thumbs up and like the video. I want to try and make every Liverpool episode through Season 2 and all the Dortmund episodes and whatever videos I upload, we normally get 50, 60 views. That's 50, 60 of you guys at home watching. go and click that like button for me. Show me that you're enjoying the content. Show me that you're loving Season 2. Show me that you love whatever I'm creating. Hit the like button. And one of my goals for the year is to try and get 10 likes on every single video I upload. I will probably talk about my January, because obviously I'm recording this before January. It's going up on the 1st of January. I'll probably later on talk about my January goals. One of them so far is going to be to get 50 views on every single video. Excuse me, my alarm is going off there. That's because I've got a nice beef joint in the oven that I need to go and get out. Lovely, lovely beef. Christmas time, hey ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, of course, I want to hit 10 likes on every video if I can. I want to try and hit 50 views for the whole month of January. So every single video in January hits 50 plus views. I'm going to work on some other things that I want to do. We've got the Pro Clubs trailer coming out very soon. Then we're going to have the Pro Clubs trials coming out, which is where you guys can come and trial for my Pro Clubs team. And then obviously I'm going to be working with you guys every 2 or 3 weeks. We're going to sit down on a weekend or something, do an hour or two recording, and then I'll put like a little montage together of so-and-so getting an assist, or, you know, if someone's in goal, saving a penalty, or people scoring goals. I'll just bang all the footage together and make the best possible video out of all the footage that I possibly can. That'll be coming in the next couple of weeks. I'd probably say the 2nd or 3rd week in January, I will be dropping the Pro Clubs trailer and telling you guys when the trials will be starting. But I think, guys, I've covered everything. And if you're still here, make sure you hit that like button, because it means a lot to me. But I'm excited to continue Season 2. I'm excited for the next episode. I'm now probably going to go and get this beef out the oven. Probably sit down later to record the next episode of the Dortmund Career Mode, because we're flying in that series as well. Whether we're going to catch Bayern Munich or not, I'm not too sure. If you guys are watching it, thank you so much for the support over on the Dortmund Career Mode as well. But that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been Massive Brad. Peace out.